Hey everybody, today I'm just playing some Red Dead Redemption and talking a little bit about why we play games. Why we play video games and why we're interested in video game universes. And, I think that the answer lies in the fact that people like to explore. When I say that, we're very interested in... We are a sort of naturally curious species, we like to explore the world around us and gain answers about things. We like to explore the world around us and have new experiences and sort of use those experiences to figure out where and how we fit into the world around us. And, that's why we're so interested in fiction. That's why we read novels, that's why we watch movies and play video games. Because while we enjoy having new, unique experiences, we want to do it in a safe way. We don't want to... That's why we have trails and things through... hiking trails and things through the wilderness, so we don't wander off the path and get lost and starve to death, or be attacked by bears. Excuse me. So yeah, like books, movies, and video games like this, they allow us to explore the world in a safe fashion. And video games are especially good at helping us figure out who we are and sort of how we fit into the world around us. This is, like in Red Dead, if I want to play the role of this badass bounty hunter, I totally can. I can decide what kind of force is appropriate, like what is justified in bringing back the target. Do I want to bring back him alive, or, should I shoot him? I can sort of decide that morality for myself. Because, John Marston's character, the story of Red Dead unfolds the same, whether or not you're being an honorable character or a dishonorable one. But you get to choose that for yourself. You get to choose what kind of character you want to be. And sort of make up your own story and experiment with using power in a safe situation where, nobody gets hurt. Test out things that you would never do in real life. And, even within, the world of video games, even within, all the sort of narrative video games out there, there's sort of two different types, There's a lot of, MMORPGs, or just RPGs in general allow you to create your own character. And you can sort of make them, sort of sculpt them to your avatar, to your wishes. And act out a specific role that you would like to play out. So that means that character is really just sort of an extension of your personality. And you can sort of figure out how... your personality works within the world that you inhabit within those games. But then other games, just have you take on the role of a character. They tell you a story involving that character, and you just sort of get to see it through their eyes. And, that's what I really like about video games in particular, is that they're essentially the closest I will ever come to getting to be another person, I really enjoy being told a story and sort of being forced to consider things from different perspectives, and video games are really great at forcing you to do that. Because while you're playing the role of this character, there's a lot of stuff, that's pre-scripted for you. But since you're the one holding the controller, the experiences happen directly to you. But I enjoy having, very, very well-defined characters and stories, and sort of taking on the role of a different character, because, as I said, it's an exercise in putting yourself in the shoes of another person. I'm in my own head every moment of every single day. And sometimes, it's kind of nice to get out of there and consider things from, another person's perspective. So yeah, when I say that video games are all about exploration, I mean that in two different senses, in in the sense that you're exploring this vast virtual world and you're like having like these crazy experiences in it that you would never be able to do in real life. That's obviously very interesting and very valuable. Although, I don't think that people should only be playing video games. I think that you should get out there and have interesting experiences in the meat space, too. And not just in virtual worlds, because, well, there's experiences that video games can't offer us, and there's experiences that real life can't offer us. So it's a good idea to get a good helping of both. But also, I refer to exploration in the sense of exploring yourself, of exploring your personality and your morals and your ideas about how the world functions and how you fit into it. Obviously, the choices I have to make in a game like Red Dead are never going to be ones that I'm going to have to make in real life, but there might be comparable situations. Because, I would never want to be out there having, like, gun duels with people in real life. But, I can feel, like, how it feels to be, like, a badass gunslinger in this game. And, I think video games have a unique way of telling stories and, like, evoking emotions that other forms of media may not be able to match specifically. Like, I think... Like, if you're faced with a moral choice in a video game like, let's say, The Walking Dead, you have to live with those consequences. In a movie, if a character does something that you don't like, it's very easy to sort of just pull away and condemn that character for doing that thing. Because, they're not you. But if you make a choice... and there's consequences for it that you aren't happy with, or that you're upset by, that's on you to shoulder that burden, and you sort of realize something about yourself, and about the kinds of choices that you make. I mean, and of course, there is just an element of escapism, and just pure sort of fun and enjoyment in video games as well. Not every one of them is obviously... at the same sort of level of narrative or world-building sophistication as other games, and that's fine. There's room for all kinds of video games. They all don't have to be epic tour de forces, and even in games that are really, really well thought out and well realized, there are pure video gamey moments in them, sort of contrived moments, and moments where you just run around shooting things for basically the hell of it. But, I think that's the sort of beauty of them, is that you can sort of choose at what level you want to engage with these games in, whether you want to experience it on sort of a superficial level or whether you want to mine something deeper out of it. Because there's definitely movies out there that you can't really engage with just on a superficial level. There's not just like fun to be had with them. But ultimately, no matter how you enjoy a game, I think the reason so many people do enjoy them is because they enable us to explore. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Oh, and Red Dead Redemption kicks ass, and they need to make a sequel.